continue? Yes, Himanshu, continue. Advantages of algorithm. Representation. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I will read this because your voice is not clear. So I will just read each and every step and explain to all of you. So we are reading advantages of algorithm. It is a stepwise representation of solution to a problem which makes it easy for everyone to understand. So some students are there or some people are there who are not able to understand any program of code. For them, algorithm is a easy step. They can read it and understand whatever is going on. It uses a definite procedure, means उसमें ऑलरेडी डिफाइन है कि हाँ इस काम को करने के लिए आपको इतने स्टेप्स फॉलो करने हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड डेफिनाइट प्रोसीजर. Next is it helps in dividing a huge problem into smaller manageable steps of solution. Like you are having a big problem and for that we are having small section and all sections are in management form. That's why it's a manageable approach to solve any problem. Next, it does not depend upon any programming language, hence it is very easy for everyone to understand algorithm without any programming knowledge. Means if you have designed an algorithm, that algorithm will be applicable for each and every programming language because those are only steps you have written with the help of English language. So there is no programming language. Understanding this algorithm are easy. Next is it is easy to debug any error in algorithm. Why it is easy? Because only from reading you can solve or you can find out the errors. Debug means error find out करना और उसको remove करना. So moving to the next information. The algorithm can vary from person to solve a particular problem. Next we are having example. Algorithm for determining the largest number among two input. So this is the algorithm we have written for determining the largest number among two number. So first step should be start step. So in first step just write start and last step should be end. In between we want to find out greatest number or we can say largest number among two. So what we have to do, we have to take two inputs. So in step 2 we will write input A, B. In third step check if A greater than B. Means अगर आपने दो number लिए हैं and value for A and B, A we have taken 10 and B we have taken 5. And if you will compare, obvious 10 is greater than B and display A. That's why I will just write here. Suppose we have taken A value, we have taken 10, okay, and for B we have taken 5. So if we will compare 10 greater than 5, that is true, 10 is greater than 5, so it will display A. Otherwise if B is greater, अगर ऐसा नहीं है 10 5 से बड़ा तो है, if we are changing the value, if we are taking A 5 and B 10, then B will be greater, so we have to display B. So this is our algorithm to find out the number, largest number among two. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. In case of any, one second, in case of any doubts, we will discuss all the doubts in last 10 minutes. Okay, so first I will explain this chapter and in last 10 minutes we will clear out your doubts. Next example, algorithm for determining the percentage of marks of a student and indicate whether he is pass or failing. So now we have to write an algorithm and we are having four subject marks for, and for total we have taken So what we have to do, we have to do addition of all the marks and then we have to divide upon total number of marks into 100. So this is the formula we are going to use for find out the percentage. So first of all, start and last will be and. You know that we have to take variables. So we are taking here 5 variables: m1, m2, m3, m4 and mm. So in mm we are going to start in marks addition of all this number, all marks you have obtained in your different subject, and last we are going to find out percentage. So this is the formula: total marks upon number of subjects into 100. And if percentage is less than 40, it means student is fail. You have to display fail, otherwise else display pass. So all these things are for finding out the percentage depending upon the student's marks obtained in the result. Information: for solving a problem by writing program, first algorithm should be written, then flowchart must be drawn. So if you are going to design a project, your program will be very long, means lines of code will be too much there. So it is good practice before writing a program. If you will write your algorithm or you will design flowchart, then it will be easy for each and everyone to write the program. Okay, so now moving to the next topic. Next is flow chart. So we will discuss this topic in upcoming class. Now I will